Please don't forget to subscribe and comment. Good luck on your date, I said with a playful smirk, resting my arm against the doorframe. My voice was casual, light, like it didn't matter. But I saw her freeze. Just for a second. Her fingers hesitated on the strap of her purse, eyes darting up to meet mine with something unspoken. Panic. That's what I saw. And it hit me like a punch to the gut. Claire Anderson. My best friend since college. The woman I'd spent the last 5 years pretending I wasn't completely in love with. She looked stunning tonight, black dress hugging every curve, lips a soft rose color, and her hair pulled back just enough to show the delicate curve of her neck. And yet, behind all of that beauty, she looked like she'd just been caught doing something wrong. Thanks, she said, her voice trembling. I should get going. Right, I nodded, stepping aside as she brushed past me in heels that made her almost my height. The scent of her perfume lingered behind, a soft jasmine and something warmer. I swallowed hard. She was going on a date with someone else, and I'd just let her walk out. I watched from the window as she stepped into the car that pulled up, a sleek black BMW. A man stepped out, tall, dark suit, confident. She greeted him with a smile, but it didn't reach her eyes. And I couldn't shake the feeling that something was wrong. The evening passed slowly. I tried watching TV, but nothing stuck. Every sound outside made me glance toward the door. Around 11 p.m., I gave up. I paced the living room until headlights flashed across the window. Claire. She stumbled out of the BMW, heels in hand, hair messy. Her face looked pale, and I rushed to the door before she even knocked. Claire? I asked, alarm rising in my chest. What happened? She looked up at me, lip trembling. I need to come in. Please. I stepped aside without another word. She walked in quickly, wrapping her arms around herself like she was cold, though the summer air was warm and thick. I shut the door and turned to her, but before I could speak, she collapsed onto the couch, hiding her face in her hands. Claire, are you okay? What the hell happened? I sat beside her, close but not touching. She shook her head. I shouldn't have gone. I knew it. Something felt off. My stomach tightened. Did he do something to you? Her eyes shot to mine. No. Not like that. But he wasn't who I thought he was. Who was he? I asked, trying to keep calm. She hesitated. His name's Alex Turner. We matched online. He seemed normal, funny, polite, successful. We met once before, just for coffee. Tonight was supposed to be dinner, but he drove us way out of town, to some mansion in the hills. Said it was a private chef experience. I narrowed my eyes. That sounds sketchy as hell. She nodded. When we got there, he took my phone and said it was to disconnect from the world. Then he introduced me to these men. Older. Creepy. They kept staring at me like I was on display. Jesus, Claire, I whispered. I told him I wanted to leave. He laughed and said I needed to relax. He poured me wine, I didn't drink it. Something about the way he pushed it freaked me out. Then I said I had to use the bathroom and found a back door. I just ran. Hiked down the hill barefoot, flagged a car, and made it back to the city. That's how you got home? She nodded, tears streaming now. He messaged me after. Said he was disappointed and that he'd be seeing me again. I stood up, fists clenched. That guy's dangerous. We need to go to the cops. She looked at me, scared. What if he finds me first? He won't, I said, voice low. Not while I'm here. That night, Claire stayed at my place. I gave her my bed and took the couch, but sleep didn't come. Every creak, every shadow outside the window kept me on edge. Around 2 a.m., I heard footsteps. She appeared in the hallway, wrapped in a blanket, looking small and vulnerable. "Can I stay here with you?" she asked. I nodded, lifting the blanket beside me. She slid in, body trembling, and I wrapped an arm around her without thinking. Her head rested on my chest. I could feel her heartbeat, fast and fragile. "You saved yourself tonight," I whispered. "You were smart." "I was scared," she replied. "That's okay. Fear doesn't mean weakness." We lay in silence. Then, she tilted her head up slightly. Her lips brushed mine, tentative, questioning. "Claire," I started, unsure. "Don't," she said softly. "Don't talk." Her mouth met mine again, and this time, it wasn't gentle. It was urgent. She climbed into my lap, blanket falling away, fingers lacing through my hair. Our bodies pressed together, heat rising fast. It wasn't just passion, it was desperation, release, a need to feel safe, to feel something good. We didn't go too far. But that kiss, that moment, it shifted everything between us. The next morning, sunlight streamed through the blinds. Claire was still in my arms, her breath warm on my neck. I didn't want to move. But I knew we had things to face. I called a friend, I told her quietly as she stirred. Detective in Vice. Told him everything. He said this Alex guy sounds like part of a trafficking ring they've been tracking. She sat up, eyes wide. "Oh my God. They need a statement." "But he said they'd provide protection if you're scared." "I'll do it," she said, voice firm now. "If he's doing this to other women, he needs to be stopped." Over the next few days, we stayed close. She rarely left my side. The cops took her statement, and an investigation began. Meanwhile, Claire and I fell into a rhythm that felt like more than friendship. We cooked together, laughed again, touched hands longer than we used to. One night, while drying dishes, she turned and kissed me, slow and sweet this time. "I've been in love with you for a long time," she admitted. I looked into her eyes, stunned but relieved. "Me too. I just never thought." That night, when I saw your face, when you said good luck on your date, it hit me. You weren't just my friend. You were the one I should have been with. "You still can be," I whispered, pulling her into me. We made love that night. It was real, tender, and powerful. Every touch was filled with emotion, every kiss a confession. The fear she carried melted away in my arms. But the story didn't end there. A week later, her phone buzzed. Unknown number. A video file. We watched it together. It showed Claire at that mansion, talking to Alex. Then her escaping. Security footage. "He's trying to scare you," I said. "He knows we're watching him." "I don't care. I'm not afraid anymore," she said. With police help, the video was traced. Alex Turner was arrested in a sting operation a month later. His mansion was raided. Several women were rescued. Claire's bravery helped break the case. By then, we were inseparable. Claire moved in. The past didn't haunt her the way it once did. We traveled, healed, built something strong together. Sometimes, I'd tease her, repeating the words I said that night. "Good luck on your date," I'd joke. She'd roll her eyes, then lean in with that same smile she gave me the morning after. "I already got lucky," she'd whisper. I ended up exactly where I was meant to be. And in my arms, every night since then, that's where she stayed.